Okay, so you want to know the secret to my 35 pounds of weight loss? It's this, myfitnesspal.com. Now, I don't want to hear anybody complaining that they can't use this because they don't have access to the internet. Let's face it, if you're watching this, you have access to the internet. Also, I've been using it as a smartphone app. I have an Android by Verizon, but they have it on iPhone as well. And it's a great app because as you go through your day, you can simply input the foods that you eat, and you can input the exercises that you do, and it knows how old you are. When you set up your account, you tell it how old you are, how much you weigh, how much you'd like to weigh, and how quick you'd like to get there. And it calculates how much you should be eating, which right now I should be eating 1,960 calories a day because I am 41 years old. I currently weigh 260 pounds, and I want to weigh 225 pounds. And I've told it that I would like to get there at 2 pounds a week. Now let me show you what happens here. When I go to track food and add food for breakfast, because I just ate my breakfast. So I can go to recent, and it'll bring up the ones that I've eaten the most recently. There it is right there, post shredded wheat, almond vanilla. And I think I may have to reconnect there with my almond milk. And now I hit add checked. And it immediately deducts those from my daily total. So when I go back to my home, I now have 1,680 calories left to eat. And I can pull up my summary and see what I've eaten for the day. Now when I go to track exercise, if I add exercise, cardiovascular, you can see here's some of the exercises that I do. I have an elliptical trainer in the house, but if you don't have access to one of those, of course you can go to the gym. I do Taekwondo. Actually, I do Tung Sudo, which is a sister style to Taekwondo, but they didn't have it listed in the... So sometimes you have to fudge and do the best you can. I walk around my neighborhood, gardening, mowing the lawn, music playing, guitar. Yes, you can actually burn calories playing the guitar. Again, I don't play the guitar, I play the mandolin. Cleaning, there's another judo, karate, taekwondo, and running. Those are the things. And again, just like the food, you check what you do, and then it adds it back onto your total. So let's just say, for instance, that I wanted to do 20 minutes on the elliptical trainer. I would go over here and tell it I'm going to do 20 minutes, and you'll see that I, at my size, would burn 354 calories doing 20 minutes on the elliptical trainer. Now that's based on my age and my weight. The computer knows that I weigh 260 pounds, and let's face it, moving 260 pounds for 20 minutes is a lot harder and burns more calories than moving 160 calories for that same amount of time. But 60 minutes of karate will burn 1,179 calories for me. And I do that a couple times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. I just did it last night. 20 minutes of walking, it's 117 calories, and that's once around my neighborhood. It's about a mile loop around my neighborhood. And so I'll do that once or twice a day. My gardening, if I spend 45 minutes in the garden, hoeing, digging, planting, weeding, all of those things, you're looking at 359 calories. Mowing the lawn for 40 minutes, 399 calories. So these are the things that I'm doing. 30 minutes of playing guitar is 112 calories. That's pretty cool. 122 calories. So the MyFitnessPal is a fantastic tool. Another thing that you can do on here is you say, well, you know, how are they going to know what I'm eating? Well, first of all, they have a database of over 600,000 foods. But if you have a favorite recipe, your grandmother's borscht or whatever it is, you go to recipes and you can actually input your recipe. You give it your recipe and you tell it what all's in it and how many servings it makes, and then it calculates for you what the total calories of that serving is, and it deducts it from your total. Very, very easy to use. I use it on the computer and I use it on my smartphone. The smartphone is great when you're carrying it around. On the Android version, you can scan a barcode. So if you're eating a bag of chips and you want to know how much calories it's got in it, you just scan the barcode and it puts it in. You don't have to type all the information in, even if it's printed on the, obviously printed on the back of the package. All you have to do is just scan it, and it takes it right out of your total. It says, oh, you ate those chips. Okay, well then there's 170 more calories that you cannot eat today. But very convenient, right there on your hip as you carry your phone around. So that's MyFitnessPal.com. I recommend you use it. Okay, so now let's track that food. Well, we put in dinner. We had the salsaritas, tacos, 304 calories. There's the blueberry yogurt we had, and the Dove chocolate piece, 793. Usually by this time of the day I would have had some more snacks, and I may have some this evening, granola bar, some nuts or something. But let's go to exercise, and we'll add that exercise in that I've done today. So we had walking 3 miles an hour for 20 minutes, and then we had mowing the lawn, and that was for this time 70 minutes for a total of 757 calories. And we go over here and add checked, and that brings us back up here. We go back to my home, and we're at 1,667 calories remaining. Now that's remaining to get to the point where I'll be losing 2 pounds a week. If I don't, then there's a third of a pound right there, and I'm satisfied. I'm not hungry at all, and I feel great. Now I may eat more, but I don't have to.